veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say 'Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say
What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy 8-Bit, and we are back at y'all with a brand new video. So let's go ahead and without further ado, go ahead and jump into the gizame, shall we? So I actually planned for this to be a little bit longer stream, but a lot of stuff going on, anniversary shenanigans and whatnot. So I'm gonna jump on. This is probably gonna be a little short joint. Well, this is gonna be a short joint because we're actually going out here in a little bit, and then I will be back a little later on, either this evening or early in the morning, something like that, because your boy gonna be up for a minute. So but we gonna go out, do a little axe throwing, go grab some grub. We're actually supposed to go to this sushi restaurant called Komodo, but we had a change of plans, so no biggie. We will go to that venue a little later on in the month. So, anywho, you see the title, you see the thumbnail. And I figured I'd expand on this idea a little bit. And I wish I had some stuff kind of already prepped for you guys. But if you pair what they've been saying with, and this is what I think the plan is, right? As far as the Netmarble devs are concerned, this is what I kind of think the plan is. It is to go into, and we'll go ahead and knock out Loki here as well. But if you notice, a lot of the characters that they've been giving updates to have all been those dumpster tier, bottom of the barrel bunch that we've been asking for the longest time, right? Now they could be doing this one or two ways. They could be getting all of them out of the way so they can get back to the money makers, right? The Iron Mans, the Avengers, the Captain Americas, the Spider-Mans, the X-Men, all of the mutants, right? But they have to get those forgotten sort of characters out of the way. So this is why the whole tier 5 speculation, because most people are assuming that they're probably not going to start tier 5 until they get a majority of the characters that are stuck at tier 3 to tier 4. That could be a way to look at it. Yeah, I almost screwed that up. That could be one way to look at it. So, you know, the Hulklings, all of these sorts of cats, the Elsa Bloodstones of the world, the Crystals of the world, right? And the rest of the Inhumans, for the most part. how they've been largely untouched. This is why we see the ramp up on tier 4. And that kind of goes without saying. So, what I think they should do though, and this would keep them from having to delay past the anniversary for tier 5, right? Not that I'm in any rush to get there, but if they are going to rush to get there, which seems like what they're doing, I think they should start by just saying, you know what, we're gonna skip all of these characters that are stuck at tier 3 or tier 2 or what have you. And I don't think there are very many that are stuck at tier 2 anymore. We'll bump them straight to tier 5 sort of situation. And if those are the first, then that will allow for them to give powerful updates to more popular characters, and you won't have that whole unbalanced issue of the game itself, you know what I mean, where you have so many dumpster tier guys that are just unusable in any sort of capacity, right? From either A, never getting a uniform to begin with, or B, having a uniform that's so old it just doesn't matter, you know what I mean, or a uniform that just underperformed. I think that has to be kind of, you know, in the mix as well, because there are a lot of those. Did I just drop the, what's the name altogether? Oh, well, if I did, I'm not even gonna worry about it going back. And I think I did. But the points seem close. That's why I'm kind of confused. And the time seems right. So I don't think I dropped the power up. It just probably feels like I did. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna worry about it at any rate. 7 mil is a pretty good score for me here. 7, almost 8 mil. That's a pretty solid score for me right there. So not gonna trip on it. Let's drop off that dono. Oh, they got tier 4 materials in the weekly pass this week. Okay, so this thing isn't all trash. How much is it? $8. I don't know. I wish it had more tier 4 materials in it, honestly. Cause you're talking about $8 for a week. That thing should be like half that price. Yeah, we actually picked up a second one of those, so we will be popping one of them, not right now, but definitely soon, and live and in effect, so we can get out there. Seen that Fantastic Four card, and I was like, wait a minute. Did we just hit a lick? And it's like, oh no, it's 4-star. Definitely not a P card. Yeah, so we got 14 days on the bottom one there. So we will be popping that. If we're able to get back on later this evening, we'll do some things and do some shenanigans. If not, I'm actually off work tomorrow, so shouldn't be any issues as far as me, you know, doing a decent length live, especially up during the middle of the day or something like that, similar to like now or maybe sooner. Time frame wise, so just make sure you guys keep on the lookout for that. But I guess the short list of characters to tier 5 first. Y'all have heard me say before, they should think about, because these cycle updates usually revolve around the theme. Like this time it's Uncanny X-Men, right? Even though they threw an Inhuman in there, it's Uncanny X, right? Yeah, I think this is gonna be all me. Figured I'd let them get started first, just so I can see kind of what power levels I'm working with. If they're coming out in one shot in this guy, then it's like, oh, okay, I don't gotta do much lifting. It's like, wait 10 seconds, do a rotation, wait 10 seconds. And the game should be over with. But anywho, back to this character stuff. that's already over with. I guess not. Let's go ahead and pop off. So yeah, anywho, they like to do the thematically themed updates, right? And this is kind of what we want to see as a community, okay? So when they do that, it usually goes over well if the update is decent, you know what I mean? Because you allow for certain characters to get shine that otherwise wouldn't. So I think doing something like a Hydra Supreme update, you've heard me say this in the past, will allow for them to do characters like Madam Viper. It'll allow them to do characters like Red Skull, who has been in the dumps for the longest time. Yeah. Yeah, it'll allow them to touch these guys up. It'll allow them to you know, characters like Crossbones, who's also kind of been in the dumps for a while now. They could tier 5 Bullseye, even though he's in a good place in the game right now. And maybe make him, I'm not sure if he's ever really been part of that whole Hydra thing, but I'm trying to think of like goons that street level affiliate sort of situational kind of thing. You know, maybe bring some other characters in that are closely tied to Hydra in that way. Yeah, there's Madam Viper down there. Threw her in the game, gave her an awakened skill, I think, at some point. Oh no, she's never even gotten an awakened skill, so, and just forgot about her. So I think that's a lot of meat on this bone right here. Because like I said, there's 3 characters that I can think of off the top of my head that are affiliated with Hydra and are in the game already that have either A, never been touched, or B, just thrown in the game, forgotten about, you know, maybe got a uniform a long time ago, maybe had some niche value like the Hero Hunter passive on Red Skulls. I don't know if it's a, yeah, I think it is a passive. Let me see if I can find this guy again. I should have just thrown him on a team. But yeah. I mean, that's a trifecta right there. This that should be, you know, I mean, have some sort of respect placed on their name, you know what I mean? And then you add the 4th character situation. It's a lot of meat on that bone right there. And like I was speaking before on the Hero Hunter passive, extra 120% damage dealt to heroes. They could make this dude PvP meta for killing heroes, specifically Sentry. Right? 30% all attack increase, 120% damage to supervillains or superheroes, and 20% damage reduction from superheroes. They could buff this thing, you know, or maybe even nerf it to a degree, but make it apply to all supervillain allies or some shit like that, where it's just like more useful. And even if he gets clapped, he would be useful in the team as a. They could do some stuff. They got action. You know what I mean? And then as far as his uniform passive, he's got damage reduction on it, but like I said, it was so niche at the time. I don't even think he's, yeah, this uniform predates the artifact system. So, bro, like, so that, no uniform, trapped at tier 2. And then, yeah, Cross Bizzle has had a couple of uniforms. This is probably his best performing one. It's definitely his best performing one. It's the only one that gives him a heal. But still, trapped at Awakened, I think they did give him an artifact at some, yeah, they did give him an artifact. Did they ever give one to Red Skull? No. So it's a lot of meat on this bone right here, man. And they're just not. This would be a great first tier 5, I think, and it would allow them to go with a popular character that B, hasn't been touched in a while, C, needs the update, and D, has a whole thematic group to go along with him that are in the same boat. It's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. They could probably go other directions, but I don't think any of them would be as popular. And they've always done the treatment for the hero side of it, i.e. the Avengers or the X-Men or something like along those lines. But we all know, as comic fans of one sort or another medium, that the great villains make the great heroes, right? So when you show them some love, it creates that atmosphere. And that's what's missing from the game, I think, is the atmosphere, right? We have 286 playable characters in the game. There's no reason why the atmosphere revolving around certain characters and whatnot should be what it is, but it is. And that's part of the problem. I think they've gone a long way to try and rectify that over the years, so players have more freedom. But it's always gone under valued and under or not undervalued. A lot of times it comes out and it winds up being undercooked on their part, the devs, right? Like the intent is there. Like with Zombie Survival, that was supposed to be a game mode where you could take unconventional teams in there and do some stuff, but it still wound up being meta characters only, right? So, I mean, that's just the latest prime example. Same thing with TBA, right? I mean, if you just look at my team setups, you got 3 native tier 3s, a native tier 2, a native tier 2, and a non-native reflect type character. Right? Those are my DPSs, along with the smattering of supports. Two non-native DPSs. I forgot about Magic down there. And an exclusive character in Silver Samurai, I might add. Uniformed out the wazoo. Another exclusive character. A seasonal uniform in black. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like the amount of shit that you have to do in order to be able to compete. And I'm 5-4. Is beyond measure. You know what I mean? And there should be free-to-play answers to every single one of these tests. But there simply isn't. I think doing something like the Red Skull thing, and I'm not gonna worry about ordering none of these fights, honestly. Oh, can I get him? Can I get him? Hey. That was a nice upset for Madeline. Okay, but I triggered his artifact, so we get the win. Cool. Okay, his Wolverine is up top, so I should be able to clip him. Oh, he clipped me though. Wow. So we might not win this one, yeah. I'd have done better off putting Null against Wolverine and then putting Kang against, well, he's got them reflect characters in there, so yeah, that was the better matchup. Anyways, I think them doing something like that with nah, you doing that bullshit. So are you. For some reason, I feel like that's the answer to the test. Anyway, yeah, so that's my first sort of, you know, and this is, I don't got nothing wrote down. This is usually off the top of my head right here. You know, of course, maybe looking at lists such as like right now I got Cynic Alex Mega Guide pulled up simply because it's a good quick reference for me, and organizing like where a bunch of the trash characters are. Now, they could do an X-Men themed update if they focus on, once again, possibly the villains side of that. They could also do a Sinister Six update if they focus on the lesser characters in the Sinister Six that were focused on the first time, they could do like a Sinister Six Part 2 and get Sandman out of the way, get Vulture out of the way, give a meaningful update to Kraven, the Hunter, or, you know, something along those lines, right? If they wanted to go hero side, they could probably get away with doing a Warriors of Wakanda update. Where they give something Killmonger along with Black Panther, along with Okoye, and you know, possibly M'Baku. I think that would fare well. Like, they got a lot of different ways they can go with it. The other thing that they would probably do, I think from a hero's perspective, and this is just to resell that epic quest, is they would probably do an Eternals Part 2. And I think it would go over poorly, if I'm being quite honest. I think it would probably be the worst decision. It would be seen as a cash grab. You know, even though certain other updates have not been seen in that light, namely, you know, you're looking at her, the Madeline, just got her ass whooped. The Madeline Pryor seasonal, right? You mean to tell me they weren't trying to sell that epic quest with that update, and then they gave her a paywall uniform for an 8,000 crystal character? Come on, man. Nobody said nothing. Nobody blinked an eye. Nobody batted an eye at that. Just saying. A character that needs an artifact. Just saying. It's worth, I'm just saying it's worth talking about. They could probably get away with doing White Tiger and Shadow Shell and Blue Dragon and all of them as an update. Songbird, I forget the group's name. So they could go that direction. It would be seen as a less of a cash grab, even though there are some exclusive characters in there mostly. And I don't think it would be a good idea for a main update, especially the anniversary. We also talked about some lesser known X-Men style updates. Let's see here. Yeah, we want that on there. We want that on there. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And yeah, I'm cool with both of them. Although Wolverine going up against Surfer might not be the best idea, because I think he's more susceptible to reflecting the uniform from the Deadpool movie. Oh wow, we're not doing too good. Yeah, we gotta be able to get off at least a heal, and we weren't able to. So that is what it is. Okay, down 2-0. Can we get the comeback trail? We're down 2-1. Ooh. Looks like we ran into some heavily reflect, but we were able to pull that off. Nice. Now it's all down to this last match. We got to reflect with an Atom against Wolverine. They zeroed us immediately. This is not good, folks. Yeah, if we were able to get off the rip, that would have been a little bit better. We needed that Dark Child transformation to really hit, and it did not. So we just get a straight up and down match. That is something I wish they would fucking fix. Let's see if we can get some ups that way. We'll make sure we got a good anchor. And see if that works. Okay, wow. That is not working out the way that I want it to. Now, I might have to switch those supports, but I don't think that the points will allow for it. So that's kind of the dilemma. Okay, we're able to pull off the Sentry win, so that's promising. Oh wow. I thought I would be able to nullify that Hella by throwing a villain in there. Okay. Looks like Emma is holding up pretty good. Emma. Yo, don't underestimate Emma versus Noel, bros. Like, in the right setup, she's really tanky against that guy for some reason. And I got a regen on my Emma. I wonder what his CTP was for his null there. Okay. Okay. So they debuffed all of those guys. But they did give me back Maddie. So we're gonna throw her in there. They also gave me Wolverine back as well. So that's dope. Yeah. Okay, I gotta figure out who the 5th character is gonna be. Thanos, maybe? Can't take advantage of the buffs, but yeah, that works. We'll make his own buffs better. Give him the shield. Won't rock it out like that. See, like if X deaths made Wolverine a villain, I could throw a bunch of villain supports in there and be good. But bro, Samurai is rocking. I cannot wait until Patch Tuesday when Strife gets his buff. Dispatch, World Boss, and Dimension Mission 5 stages. So let's go knock off let me make sure that I'm not missing anybody's potential. So I have a bad habit of that. And I gotta throw this guy in there. Finish Gore's potential. Yeah. Okay, that's everybody. Yeah, I can't use them. That works. That works. So yeah, I think they should keep it up. I don't think they, like, if they do a kind of off meta anniversary tier 5 update, I don't think they should touch any of the more popular characters till possibly, you know, Black Friday, maybe even Christmas. And that'll allow for them to, you know, really dig in. right? Wow. Right before the end, you want to crash? Okay. Okay. What the hell is that about? Okay, now I'm thoroughly confused. How did that scoot down? Huh. Interesting. Cool, that means it registered. Nice. Stop at 20 altogether. Whoa. That sucked. That's what lets me know I'm gonna beat the stage, because Storm actually got, every time she gets clapped, I beat the stage. I don't understand it. Or not every time, but a majority, let's say. Get out of the way of that. Wow. Got sniped. It's like, nope, we're gonna make you eat them words today. And I should have just restarted when she got clapped. Oh well. 17 bars is a decent hill to overcome. But it is stage 1, so. Yeah. Okay. And stop being stubborn. Stop being stubborn and switch. and still didn't switch. Yeah. I'll make sure you're out of there this time. Because I just want the one run, and they still didn't give me the potential for the other two. They gave it to me for Falcon. They didn't give it to me for Gore and Black Knight, I believe. Okay, so we are very close. Let us run this other GBR. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Would y'all rather see Hydra Supreme style update, or would you rather see something different? Maybe a lesser X-Men, maybe something like a Kree themed update with Korath and Minerva and all these guys, or maybe something different. Maybe what is it, Sebastian Shaw and that sort of update. Kind of leaning away from something like that because Emma recently got an update, so she would you would want to think she would be part of a Hellfire Club or Hellfire Gala sort of situation. You know, or maybe something along the lines of what we've been talking about with giving the rest of the Inhumans an update. There are a lot of possibilities out there other than just going with the most popular of the X-Men or the Avengers or, you know, the Asgardians or something like that. You know what I mean? Which they could do that. They could do Sif and the Warriors 3 update, and I don't think people would be upset. Just saying. Anywho, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain. I know you told your